confusing how time works. Michaksu just subscribed for the 7th month in a row. Thank you, Michaksu. Also,
Michael.
yeah, Michael, star tank player, one of our mini star players. We don't really have. We have a lot of great players here, honestly. Everybody's pretty essential.
Our tank lineup is especially.
Oh yeah, definitely.
On the strong
Chad giving
side.
a nice 15-bit cheer for the 7th month sub. We'll get more emotes for you, Michael, but we need more subs before we can do that. So.
I don't know if I've used my prime sub this month, so let's see if we can get that.
I don't think I have prime subs right now.
I have prime set up, so it should be working. 17 viewers, poggers.
I don't know if my accounts are linked. I should figure that out though. How many subs do we have right now? We have like 4 or 5, right? Subs right now. Oh, the match is starting. Okay.
Hell yes.
5 subs. Heck yeah. Hi, it's Peyton.
Oh, hey Peyton. Peyton.
I'm trying to figure out.
CC? Potentially, probably.
I don't know. I mean,
so.
I've known several people named Peyton before in my life, and I don't think they would call me by Queso rather than just Case. So I'm not sure if we're familiar with you, but again, thank you for being here and thank you for tuning in. If you are a student at CC here, it's even better that you're here. Really cool to have support on campus.
Alrighty. Prepare your defenses. So defenses for the Tigers. We have Ana, Zen, Arisa, Junkrat, and Hanzo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, defenses generally, it's a pretty typical defense.
We're gonna have to restart this match most likely. The spectators aren't quite set up right. So University of Illinois Chicago, I believe, is also going to be streaming this, and so they have a spectator in the lobby right now who can spectate anybody.
Okay, can you only spectate your own team then on?
You're supposed to only be able to spectate your own team according to TESPA rules.
So I'll have to set that up.
So that's what somebody was just asking on chat. Well, that's I believe Henry is lobby host. So okay. They didn't have to restart. That's great. So he was able to make that change without restarting. So that is nice.
Yeah. So pretty typical high horse style defense here. 1 sniper, 1 spam damager, Arisa, Diva to help prevent any diving and to nullify some damage. Zen's good here because he can play pretty safe. Damon with a nice early pick here.
On Doomfist.
On the Doomfist. Not the best form first, but it's alright. Chasing away the Sombra, sees where she goes from there. Not sure if he's going to do anything about it, probably not. Yeah. Maintaining some view backwards.
Is there really any sort of name for this team comp the Tigers are running right now?
It's pretty much high horse. High horse is just kind of like sitting on high. Ooh, that Sombra just got actually destroyed in Invis by RKT. Yeah, so since they're... Oh, our Junkrat is...
Probably, was
dead.
he just out of position?
He was slightly out of position. Yeah, the Doomfist can take advantage of...
At least now the team knows Doomfist is behind them, so Mystic Monkey's looking out for him back there.
Yep, and RKT is aware of the Hanzo... Oh,
oh my gosh.
Sombra needs to check for traps. That's very... Winston's going to get kind of melted and have to drop down again, and Diva is taking a lot of damage there. They're backing up to hold on the point, or behind the point, under the choke. Just dead. Supercharger used by Michael for the extra damage, just to help clean up this fight and make sure it's won, and that's a stolen kill by Michael from that Diva bomb.
I'm not sure exactly how that happened that way.
Yeah. Well, the halt pulled the Winston back, so he couldn't get away, and then the bomb just went off a little bit later, I guess. Let's see.
No big problems right now for the Tigers.
Yeah, pretty standard hold here.
Oh my gosh.
That's a nice shot. Okay, so now they're probably gonna have to regroup again.
Yeah, without that Lucio, they're not gonna be able to make good push here. So
yeah, the reason they probably switched to Lucio here is because they were struggling just to get unlucky solo. But just to get under this point here, because they're just taking so much damage here. The Rhine Shield, as you can see, is almost broken.
So they're looking to get the speed boost and
they're looking to
get there
get
quickly
under,
enough.
And Lucio's been taken out again.
And Doomfist and
One
Zarya.
used by the Tigers.
Have they had a Zarya the whole match? I feel like they just...
they started Winston D.Va.
Yeah.
And have gone Ryan Zarya.
Probably picking that Zarya because we have a Junkrat, but as long as, as long as... Who's playing Junkrat right now? Swanky?
No, that's Max, actually.
Oh, it is? Interesting. So as long as he, as long as he's careful with his shot selection, then...
They have a Pharah now, because we don't have... Yeah. You hear... Trying to go for the cheeky pick there, but takes a lot of damage. Has
Close to getting it.
Oh, and he dies too.
Oh.
Doesn't get to find the healing he needs there.
UIC...
Probably just wipe, die on point, and then regroup here in a second. Oh. Ults are...
Interesting choice.
There. Reinhardt is low, but he's getting too many heals.
Well, they're contesting. I mean,
it is time being added onto the bank.
Yeah, and I mean, you see, UIC is already almost in overtime here. So if the Tigers can keep trickling in enough, they put them
they'll
into
get to overtime. But when they cap this point, which is pretty likely, they cap this next point, they'll get an extra.
And that's gonna happen right now, so they get the extra 2.5.
Yep. So the D.Va and Junkrat have gotten far spawn, so I'll have to wait for them to push in.
That Pharah was a pretty impactful change there for UIC. They kind of just cycled through heroes until they found a combination that worked. This is working so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers are able to...
It's still been a slower push here. By UIC.
Definitely, and Maple is now on Hammond, so this will force them to probably reconsider their comp again, because undoubtedly this disruption is going to change things.
Working on the Lucio, trying to get him to... distracting him, making a lot of space for the Tigers right now, with a big anti by... who's playing? Anti-B, but...
Swanky not able to eat that before it consumes into B and RKT there.
Oh, pretty aggressive here by Michael, but he should be able to jump out here and save time. Almost up to that minefield here, which could be a very impactful ult.
Gonna probably
Yep, there it is.
Popping that right now.
Right in the Reinhardt and Lucio. Lucio drops beat.
Tigers are
Reinhardt now
way
out of
all
position
back
here.
to the point. They're going to look to hold them off before they can capture this point. They only have about a minute, so
be swinging around the point, making some annoyingness.
Yeah, if the Tigers can get a nice wipe here, they should be able to hold off this second point.
The UIC is down their main support right now, so the healing is pretty slow.
Doomfist did get both of our supports, I believe, though, before falling.
That's a nice headshot there. He's gone McCree to help with the Pharah.
So UIC really only has time to make one more push to try to get this point. They don't have to go very far, so they can definitely do it, but they're going to have to get in here really fast. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought a Lucio back out, unless... Did they ever get rid of the Lucio?
I think they still had the Lucio.
Yeah. Pharah is looking to get some sort of pick in order to give UIC some sort of advantage there. Godless ends up getting it on RKT, but falls
could be a big minefield, especially with the ball making a lot of space. Oh, they have a Mercy.
Time is out. UIC needs to stay on the point constantly right now.
Out of her barrage, but they still got the Winston.
Nice push by
Big
Maple.
Bomb that Lucio did not know where that bomb was and did not hide well. And Max doing what he does best and just making a lot of space and doing a lot of damage.
Yep, and they managed to wipe everyone off the point in time. So that's going to be a really successful hold there by the Tigers on the second point. It looked like they were going to lose it for a second there, but they ended up being able to regather just in time to successfully get the wipe and force UIC out of time.
A lot of the spawn advantages are very important on those longer fights. because I mean there's a lot of sustain with the ball and the D.Va and the Winston just being able to make a lot of space and just hold for a long time. And they were managed to, even though ball died, he was managed to come back in time before the fight was concluded, and therefore just like keep stalling and keep making space.
Definitely.
And made it work out for the Tigers there, and a good hold on the second point. They had a very good hold on the first point too, and it just got broken by swaps, which happens sometimes. I mean,
What do you expect them to pull out on offense here?
On offense, not Symmetra, but probably some dive here with.
You don't think they'll keep the Torbjorn?
Probably not.
You don't think Michaxu's gonna use the turrets here?
Yeah, if he could fly also, he might be able to do it, but he's just not mobile enough. As you can see, Genji can just surf on the roofs and has his dash and wall climb and all of that for him to get around. So they probably brig on a Winston, D.Va, Genji ball, maybe? I don't know what they're trying to do here.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how confident the Tigers are right now for this first round, but I would love to see someone play Torbjorn right now. I don't think they're in a place where they're going to actually resort to that.
Yeah, since they are playing the same comp, so there's no D.Va for. Oh, actually, they're playing triple tank dive here, the solo DPS Genji, which.
Yeah, UIC attempting virtually the same exact defense that the Tigers used last round.
Yeah. Here the Tigers have just a little bit more of an advantage because of the ball can knock people off high ground, which they couldn't do, and so the Tigers were able to with a nice dash. And he might make the D.Va here also. She's out of Matrix and will be able to maybe get out. Oh, their Moira is not healing.
RKT relentlessly chasing that D.Va. Forced her out of mech. Combining with Maple, they
found a lot of kills here, and the Blade almost coming up and
already ready. That's the first point with plenty of time to spare.
Yeah, and Max just disrupting their team, trying to build his ult. Getting supported by the D.Va to give him a little more time.
Starting to get punished a little bit, but manages to get away as he usually does. Drunkrat's Tire does find Michaxu on Winston and gets Swanky out of his mech. Jaden immediately finished off Swanky there, so that's a pretty good play by UIC on that defense.
It's a big tire, and they'll be able to hold the point for now. The first time that the card has stopped for the Tigers. And so, Nanoblade coming in here.
Maple with a minefield getting Lucio.
Looking for the Moira in ult. Doesn't find it. Gets halted away from the Baby D.Va. We'll find the kill on Baby D.Va after a little minute. And now they've won that fight. And if they can clean up that Moira, she'll be a big stagger.
And there it is.
For the next point.
And they only have to get it to this yellow marker here. So they're already almost there. UIC is going to struggle to even get back to contest this in time. So it's probably going to be this game for the Tigers here.
Yep. Michael going to try to zone out their Mercy here. He finds the Mercy.
Oh my gosh.
Finds a huge D.Va bomb.
Wow.
With the Mercy flying to avoid the Winston. And I couldn't see the rest, but more,
great job by Swanky.
Just trying to get some extra poke damage so D.Va can find Farah, and the Ana will be
just 5 meters away from the win right now. The Tigers are UIC
holding with 3 Mercy and Tide here, which can be big. It'll survive or die quickly, and then the Nano just for the BM.
And that's gonna be it. Pretty clean game for the Tigers. They wasted no time on offense, they ate up as much time as they could on defense and ended up stalling at the second point, which is pretty hard to do on Dorado, I'd
RKT
say.
with another play of the game. Here, let's see it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go to Swanky for that triple kill.
Lucio dead there. The Doomfist dies, and then the Sombra.
Oh, is it the Sombra?
Oh. Huh. I'm also kind of surprised it wasn't the D.Va bomb.
Yeah.
That was
interesting.
A big bomb, but
RKT with 28 eliminations, which I think was 58% of kill participation, close to that. Yep. So RKT again doing quite a bit on DPS, basically doing everything he needs to, and everyone else is in their places doing what they need to as well.
And RKT was, especially on the Genji, was able to do pretty much do a lot of things. Just with the triple tank making so much space, and all of the other team being distracted with like the Winston and the Diva and the ball, wrecking ball. So he could pretty much play very aggressive and not be punished super hard because they weren't organized enough to really pounce on him or focus him out.
Definitely.
They're taking too much damage elsewhere. So,
mm-hmm. I mean, UIC throughout that entire match, they were trying to figure out how to basically accommodate for what CC was bringing.
Mm-hmm.
They kept making changes with heroes, and ultimately they just didn't find anything that worked. The Pharah made a big difference, and it allowed them to make a lot more progress on offense. It gave them more space. It kind of split up the Tigers a little bit, forced them to get out of those lines of sight, and it kind of pushed them off of high ground. But the Tigers were able to, despite that, still focus on the objective and overwhelm UIC.
And RKT switching over to McCree to help
directly counter that Pharah.
On the second point there, where there's a lot of high ground, and the Pharah can be pretty vulnerable because there's some cover that she can use while she's flying around, but without even with a Mercy Pocket, there's still, like with a Diva and the McCree.
And they didn't pull out that Mercy until pushing onto that second point, I think. So a little late there for that to be a big impact. Do we know who David Price is? It's been someone has asked about him a couple times now.
David Price?
I don't know.
I don't know the lineup for the UIC team, so I wouldn't be able to answer
Godless
that.
Goose, Yeezus, Jaden, Shenanigans, Elos, and Dayron. I'm not sure about David Price. Sorry about that, Thelonious Trunk.
Yep. Well, that was a good game by the Tigers, very cleanly executed, playing well together, no unnecessary deaths for the most part.
Yeah. And Tigers are one game away from sweeping both their matches tonight, which would give them a huge confidence boost going into next week after taking 2 losses to California schools last week. So this is going to be huge. It'll put us at 4-2 on the season, which is going to be great. It'll be interesting to see where we rank with TESPA now. TESPA rankings are a bit wacky sometimes, but I believe the minimum is 3 matches played, so we may actually be ranked right now.
Okay.
We can check that soon, but it'll definitely go up a lot if we take both these sweeps tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
And be 4-2 instead of 2-2.
Control on Li Zhang. Starting... I can never remember the map names.
Legion Tower?
Legion Tower,
individual...
The individual map names
I mean, harder. Does anybody know those? I mean...
Some people do. I'm bad with names, so these makes it even harder. But you'll see the...
This is actually
prepare to attack. Let's see what the Tigers are pulling out. With Mystic on the Lucio, RKT on the McCree, Maple on Ball, of course.
Thanks for checking in, chat. Have a good night there.
Keep commenting. Thank you. I try. But yeah, so Zarya or Swanky on the Zarya, Michael on the Reinhardt instead. Okay, so it's kind of a typical death ball-y approach with the Rein Zarya, but substituting in DPS for Wrecking Ball here. So Wrecking Ball gets hacked, takes a lot of damage, and isn't quite able to get healed up with the Zarya. They have established presence on the point. He went Doomfist at the end there instead of McCree. And Michael with a good pin, but he'll probably fight looks to be lost for the Tigers.
Maple's already back, trying to
buying some more time.
2v6.
Finds one.
They
both managed to survive that.
Wow, it looked like it was going to be a multi-kill there with the.
Yeah, Maple's still just trying to buy some extra time on the point here. Probably gonna wait to re-engage until the team shows.
It's a really big first capture for UIC there. Probably giving them a pretty big increase in momentum coming into the second match.
Tickling down the Pharah there, gets healed up by the Pharah. Michael here with a shatter. He'll be looking for. Oh, they all get hacked, barraged, and EMP'd.
Pinned.
So
oh my
they
gosh.
used a huge amount of ults there to win that fight.
Just about a team kill there.
That is I think that'll be a team kill.
I think Maple didn't die until right after someone spawned, but
I just heard the team kill thing go.
Was it?
Yeah. So, RKT back over to you. McCree. Oh, unlucky. Our Ana gets booped. Sombra behind. Doesn't have her translocator up, so she will fall right there.
UIC has found something that works for them right now for this King of the Hill map.
Yeah.
Tigers need to work quick to regather and actually capture this point.
Yeah, Michael with his ult looking for that.
Godless Goose, though, getting a lot of damage and gets 2 picks.
The Mercy's out of position here. They may be able to finish her off. She gets low. Zarya 1 HP there.
Nice pick on Zarya.
Oh, gets pinned.
Reinhardt Maple survives thanks to the help from his teammates there. Yep. They are going to probably recapture this. Godless Goose trying to lay out some damage while his team's
trying to survive also.
Yeah.
She's pretty low there. She probably found the Mega and has gotten... Oh,
dude, Maple tried to follow her. Oh, Michaksha with a nice Fire Strike to finish off that Pharaoh who's trying to escape
Big stagger there, and if they can prevent the res...
Oh, they could not.
He might go for a minefield here.
Definitely would not be surprised. He's going to indeed throw that down on the grab.
Gets booped out of the bombs, but
didn't matter.
Max
Tigers
chasing
are still able to...
Moira here almost knocks her off the map. Is just able to get back into spawn before falling.
And now Maple's going to have to retreat before he gets punished there.
Maple being healed up even though he's hacked. The shields are... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Shield protects Maple as he gets topped off. RKT looking for some more damage here to build up his ult. High Noon can be very effective against a Pharmacy. If they concussion blast in the open.
Oh, big EMP by UIC Sombra there.
Into Shatter. It's going to find a lot here.
Going to find 2 of our tanks there, which is huge. Maple does get a kill on Sombra with the minefield. Tigers are on the heels right now. I wouldn't be surprised if UIC gets a recapture here.
We'll just see how long they'll be able to stall here. If Reinhardt's almost back, and Maple finds Mercy, so that's very big.
That is big. Godless Goose did get into me though, so there's a lack of support right now. However, if he needs to, Mystic Monkey does have this break it down.
Yeah, they might be trying to save it for final push and just stalling for more time. Oh, okay, they pulled it out.
Goes ahead to use it to save Maple, to save this.
Maple taking a lot of damage, booped into the thing.
Oh, ends up getting Zarya though, and RKT finishing off.
And the Mercy
Reinhardt
gets booped away from her. She manages to get the res off even with the boop, but she's very low, and Tigers should be able to finish her off.
Tigers need to punish her quick though, because they're doing a great job stalling allowing for the team to get back. Oh my gosh!
But it gets taken out by RKT. Maple at half HP here. Sombra with no translocator up. And goes on a point, and finds another hack.
Oh, what a nice hack.
Mid.
Saved her own life there. UIC might be able to get a capture
here, but not enough damage to follow up fully.
Yeah, she kind of used that grab all alone there, which was a bit of a mistake, though she didn't have many options here.
EMP wasted there, I feel like. Oh, wait,
desperation move,
desperation EMP.
No other options.
Quite able to, yeah. I didn't realize what the time was at exactly. Slow-mo taking down the fair at the end.
Well, that's going to be a pretty good round for the Tigers. It was
pretty good round for the Tigers.
A little bit messy.
Also a very good round for UIC. After that first game in that sweep, they still pulled out with heart and played their best.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely took back, but they definitely took a little bit of the momentum from the Tigers. Because the momentum was entirely in favor of the Tigers after that first match.
That first point capture by UIC.
It was huge, plus a team kill. Definitely made things look like it could go either direction in that round. And it still could have up until the last minute or so. It could have gone either way. There was a point where UIC definitely could have won a fight. They were close to it.
Here we have Pharmacy, RKT on the fair.
Pharmacy versus Pharmacy.
Pharmacy versus Pharmacy. So it's pretty much down to whichever fair can lay down more damage or take out the other Pharmacy.
Yeah,
which is finding
always a very questionable thing to watch.
So far it seems like the UIC is doing a lot. Maple on the point, working on the fair, taking her a little bit down. Oh, the Tigers have managed to find a couple more picks. Swanky getting Diva out of mech. and they will swing it back.
Important res that who's playing Mercy right now?
That is the Henry.
Okay. You got a really nice res on Michoxer there during that fight.
Yeah. The 2 tanks were able to make a lot of space. Or the 2 other tanks were able to make a lot of space while the Winston was res.
You notice Pharmacy staying really high in the air here, as long as they can.
This is the Somber behind. Gets taken low, but will manage to translocate out. Maple, excuse me, getting low. There.
Moira using her ultimate, but not getting any kills with it.
Not getting any kills. Oh, finds 1 shot onto the Mercy. Finds 1 and 2 onto the Pharah. Very nice plays by RKT.
Mercy might get the res. No, RKT got the kill on the Mercy too after getting Pharah.
Very impressive. Just the Pharah onto another Pharah mid-air is a very hard shot to hit.
It is indeed really difficult. Back in the golden ages of Season 1, I was a Pharah main, and those Pharah versus Pharah fights were not easy.
N2B gets booped off the map, and that bomb is coming for RKT and finds Michael also.
That is a huge play for UIC.
And Henry uses ult there. Unlucky. Dies immediately after. That will be a clean, almost wipe.
Oh, Maple gonna just...
But if he can... yeah, just stalling a couple more seconds, building some more ult charge with that damage.
Michoxer
trying to recontest,
but
gets knocked off, I think, or just doesn't make it.
Yeah, he needs the help of his team there. I don't know if he can 1v6 that.
No.
It was a little bit late. I know he was probably trying to get in there before they got the capture, but he was just a second too late. RKT holding this barrage, just waiting for a good time to use it to retake the point. They have plenty of time here.
Gets caught while reloading, so it ends up being hacked. Can't really be punished too much because the... actually gets found by the other barrage.
But he actually, traded that.
And
got revived. So that's definitely advantageous for the Tigers.
RKT looking for a barrage here. Looks like, there's 1 pick, a lot of damage onto the Winston, who's going to pull Primal Rage, chasing the Pharmacy. Not sure if that's the best move on his part. Oh, NTB with a missed sleep. Gonna find a big anti onto the Diva. Moira 1 HP. EMP might swing that fight back, I'm not sure. Mercy being chased by the Winston, but both supports are being occupied with the Winston, so even if he doesn't find the kill here, which he might, especially with Primal Rage, he'll be distracted.
He really should, but they're doing such a great job healing each other, keeping each other alive.
They are keeping each other alive, but they're also not affecting the fight in any other way.
That is true.
So they will probably, you can see RKT.
They're just contesting here, which is really all they can hope to do right now.
The Mercy falls, so the Moira will soon fall here. And the Diva being probably staggered here, or not, just killing him.
It's a great job by the Tigers here. They managed to hold the point, and the UIC really only has time for 1 more push here.
Max looking for some extra ult charge for the final fight here. Will probably be last fight here for the UIC. Dropping her bomb right there.
RKT storing a barrage until he absolutely has to use it here.
Probably gonna here. Yeah, finds the Winston, gets immediately taken out by the other Pharah. Here, ulting to try to keep his team alive. Might try to take that Pharah down. She's really low. Finds the Pharah, and the Tigers will be able to.
UIC is trying to keep their knight alive right now, but. Tigers
got
ultimately...
1 on point with the Mercy also. The Mercy and the Winston might be able to find Swanky there.
Yeah.
But with a slept Winston, be able to get the res off. And it looks like a clean...
And that's the match.
Match right there.
Well, that's another sweep for the night for the Tigers. GG's to UIC. Definitely...
Good game.
What?
Good game, yeah. On the control point, there was a very tough fought match. There was no full map sweeps. It was always... UIC had at least 70%.
Yeah, definitely close match
Here
there.
Finds the 2 or the ones on the Zarya, and then comes back just with the mines on point, just giving so much space that the Tigers take advantage of.
All right, well, we love to see that. It was a successful night for the Tigers overall. They got the sweeps on both matches against both University of Tennessee Knoxville and University of Illinois Chicago. Both of those teams put up respectable fights. You know, they took their team fights. They had their chances. They took some rounds, I believe, each of them. Match could have gone either way in that control point match on Legion Tower. Each of those rounds were pretty close up until the end. The Tigers ultimately they stayed coordinated throughout it all. You know, they never really let themselves fall apart or get like disorganized. So that's, I think, what held them together and ultimately got the victory for them. But yeah, so
and yeah, it was a good game by UIC. Well played. Maybe next time. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, good luck to both of these schools that we played tonight for the rest of your matches during the preseason. Thanks for playing. We had a great time tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. Hopefully you guys maybe learned some things or just got some great entertainment value out of the stream. We'll be back next week, next Saturday, with the League of Legends match at 1 p.m., I believe. Do we have a bye this week? I thought it was next. Is it? We may or may not have a bye this coming Saturday for League of Legends. We'll check back on that and make an announcement on Twitter if we do. But yeah, we'll be back next weekend regardless. If we play League on Saturday, we'll definitely have Overwatch matches on Sunday. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Thanks to Dakota for coming in.
Enjoyed casting for the first time, and I might be back. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Definitely. We love having players on stream. So yeah, you guys have a great night, and good luck to your block 3 starting tomorrow.
Yeah.